G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim and on this channel we talk about LEGO investing and Pokemon card investing and how we do make money with different tips and tricks. Now in this video I will be starting kind of a little new series called How to Make Money with Selling LEGO. There are so many ways that you can make money with LEGO, not just with LEGO investing. You can make money with used LEGO, with parting out sets, and the ideas are pretty much endless. You can come up with many ideas, and that's what this new video series is going to be about. But in this one, we are talking about LEGO investing as a whole. So let's get straight into it. So as I said, we're going to just be talking about LEGO investing. Now, I just want to give a quick overview on LEGO investing and what is it, just in case if I've got some newbies watching or people that are looking to get started into LEGO investing. So let's get into it with an overview. So pretty much what is LEGO investing? So what it is we buy LEGO and we keep it sealed. We then store it away, wait for that set to retire, and then hopefully after it stops retiring, which does mean that LEGO will stop producing it. After that happens, we hope that the set does go up in value, and then we do sell that LEGO set at a profit, resulting in obviously us making some money. So that is the crux of LEGO investing. Now, how do we get started? That's what this little section is going to be about, is just getting started in LEGO investing. So I've written a big script here because I want to break this down into depth. I don't want to be making a quick video just tips and tricks like this. I want to be doing a video breaking it down pretty extensively so everyone can get an understanding on how I do it and how I believe that you can be doing it as well. You may already know this stuff, you may not, but stick around and see if you do and let me know down below. But before even getting starting in LEGO investing, there are, I believe, two most important factors when it comes to it before you even start. And the first one is you need to be passionate about it and you need to enjoy it. So when it comes to LEGO, you have to be passionate about it because there is a lot of research involved. So if you don't like what you are doing, well, you're not going to be successful. That's like pretty much any business. You have to enjoy what you are doing. So that's one of the most important things, is enjoy what you're doing. And the second most important thing, as I just touched on, is research. There is a lot of research you need to be doing yourself to be successful at making money with LEGO. Whether it's LEGO investing or any other aspect of making money with LEGO, you have to do a lot of research. Now, it is completely fine with getting other people's opinions on if a set will be a good investment or not, but majority of the time you just have to do the research yourself. Don't be lazy, stop asking everyone else and just do it yourself. As I said, it's fine to ask other people's opinions here and there, but I see time and time again people just asking other people's opinions, especially on like your Facebook groups and your LEGO investing groups. I've noticed there is a couple of big ones on there which honestly, I just laugh at. They would just post a photo and say, is this a good investment? And it might be a set that, for starters, isn't even retiring until like 2024 or something like that, or a set that has just come out. Like, there is no way to know that because we need to know many different winning signs of a set, and majority of the time you can't know that as soon as a set comes out. And if you do post stuff like that in the Facebook group, people aren't going to take you seriously and they're going to be giving you the wrong advice, and half the time people that do give you advice haven't done their own research themselves. So as I said, it's fine to get other people's opinions and advice, but you need to be doing your own research. And I am going to be breaking down in this video as well, what is it you need to be researching. So those two, again, most important things is you need to do your own research, know what you are researching, and be passionate about it and enjoy what you are doing. Now, how do we make money investing in LEGO consistently? Now, everyone may do this different. Everyone has different goals. I'm just going to give you a perspective from me. So some people might like to pick a set and stock up on it and buy like hundreds and hundreds of this set. So that takes time to accumulate that. But me, I don't like to buy that many of a set. The most I may buy would be like 30 of a particular set. And that doesn't take me like 12 months in order to accumulate that. So I will always buy sets that are retiring the same year that I am investing. So take this year for example. If you are starting in LEGO investing this year, you want to be buying sets that are retiring by the end of the year. This is because sets that are retiring sooner rather than later, they are going to be going up in value quicker than obviously the sets that haven't retired yet. So that means that if you buy a set that is retiring at the end of the year, your money is going to be sitting on the shelf at that same price around that retail only for a few months before it retires and it starts to go up in value. Whereas if you were to buy a set that isn't retiring for another 18 months plus, your money is going to be sitting on the shelf for a lot longer, not going up in value, as compared to if you did buy a set that is retiring sooner than that one. So that is the main tip, is you want to be buying Lego sets that are retiring by the end of the year, the same year that you are investing in. That way you're not holding onto that set for a longer period and your money is just sitting there not going up in value. Now when a set does retire, which as I touched on before, it means that Lego have stopped manufacturing that set. That means that you can no longer get it at your main retailers like Target, Walmart, or whatever country you are. That means that the only way you can get it is from a secondary source, whether that's like Amazon or eBay or from Facebook Marketplace. And when that happens, you're usually going to be paying a premium because that set is no longer in stock, and that's what we do as Lego investors. We buy sets, wait for them to retire. That means people can't get them anymore, and if the demand is there, the value is going to go up, and then we profit from it. So that is what we want to be aiming for. So the main takeaway from this part is that you want to be buying sets that are retiring at the same year that you are investing in. That way your money will be going up in value quicker than other sets that won't be retiring that year. Now following on from that, when do sets retire? What time of the year do they retire? Now worldwide pretty much there are mainly two parts of the year when sets do retire, and that is at the end of July and the end of December. I would say probably about 90% of sets will retire in December. Now the official retirement date that will be listed on your likes of Brickset, for example, will be the 31st of December, obviously, of that year. That is the main part. Now there is a time in July, at the end of July, when sets do retire. There is a wave that will retire, nowhere near as many, but December and July are the two main times of the year when sets do retire. Now there may be a set here and there that may retire kind of like in October, November, all kinds of different months, etc., but that may only be like one or two. Majority of the time, especially in America, it's just pretty much July, December, and a couple here and there. Here in Australia, for example, I think we've had about, from what I've seen, about 5 sets already retire back in August, and I haven't made a video about a few of them already, but majority of the time it is December and July is when sets do retire. So now, how do we know what sets are retiring so we know what sets we should be looking at to invest in? This is when research comes into it, and we use different sources and websites to find out what sets are retiring. Now obviously you can watch YouTube videos, there's one source, and there is some websites you can use. You've got the Lego website itself, and you can tag it as retiring soon, although they rarely ever have anything on there and they really don't like to give any information away. Then you do have Brick's Megastore. So I've got this one up here. As you can see, this website is huge, it takes up the whole screen, so I can only cut it here. But if you go up to shop, you can see that it does say retiring soon here. You can click retiring soon and it will bring you up some sets that are retiring. That's just how I'll display it. It does go across, but then you can then go to your next pages and just have a gaze at what different sets are tagged as retiring soon on Brick's Megastore. There is, what is there about? There's about 15 pages on here, so go and have a look after this video. You can also use sources like Brick Fanatics. I'll bring this over so you guys can see clearer there. So this is Brick Fanatics, their August update. This is their most recent update, and as you can see, every Lego set retiring in 2022, and they do tag it by theme. So Lego Star Wars, so here's some Lego Star Wars sets that are retiring, Lego Ideas, Lego Marvel, etc, etc, all the different themes and some sets that are retiring. You can also use Brickset. So for example, let's just chuck in a set and we'll say Voldemort, and we're going to be looking at the Brickhead ones. You can read down the side here where it says launch/exit. It will give you a launch date and then a retirement date. If it says TBA, that's obviously to be announced, which means there is no official word, at least on Bricklink, when it will be retiring. That's usually that it won't be retiring this year. But as you can see, this one says 31st of December 2022, which means this set is scheduled to retire at the end of this year. So this could be a set that you may do your research on and think about investing in. Further to this, you can also click on like the theme and the sub theme. You can then go up to here where it says sort by, and filter it by a retirement date. This will bring you up a majority of sets even if they have retired. You can see this one, it's got 31st of December 2017, that's already been retired. But if you do go across to some of the later pages, you can see that this one here is retiring December 31st, December 31st, and all these sets here are tagged. You can see that are retiring December 31st of this year, and that's another way you can look. Now the thing about this is that it's not always going to be 100% accurate. There may be sets left out on these type of lists, and some of these dates just may not be updated and may change. That is the thing that LEGO can do, is they can change retirement dates based on if a set is selling well and selling poorly. So for example, the LEGO Modular Bookshop was scheduled to retire at the end of this year. However, LEGO have pushed it back to retire at the end of next year. So if you did invest in that set, you are going to be having to hold on to it for another 12 months. Pretty much. But that is just how we have a look at different sources on how we find which sets are retiring, using different websites, different sources, and obviously looking at YouTube, at different LEGO investing channels as well. Come up with, try and correlate sets that are on majority of the list, because obviously just say if a set's only on one of the lists and not anywhere else, that may be a bit, oh, I'm not too sure. But if you can see a pattern that a set is on this list, is on Brickset, is on obviously Bricks Megastore, is YouTubers are talking about it as well, then you know that there is a very high chance that that set will be retiring. But remember, it's not always 100% accurate. We can never be 100% accurate, but researching different sources, many different sources rather than just one or two, will give you a better percentage of like 90+% of being correct when figuring out what sets are retiring by the end of the year. Now let's touch on what sets do I buy. How do I know what sets to invest in? This again is when we need to do research, and we need to research what I like to call the winning signs. Now these winning signs include the supply, demand, the collectability, the minifigures, the price per piece, the box size, the value on the secondary market, like after it's gone out of stock, and many more. And if you would like a video on me breaking down these signs into great detail, let me know and I can do that as well. Now there are many winning signs that you should be looking at, but obviously some are more important than others. Take let's say demand and price per piece. Which is more important? Definitely demand over price per piece by like 20 times more important. Demand is one of, if not the most important winning sign you should be researching first before anything else, but it's just nice to have a look at everything else as well. That's what I do in my investment reviews, which I will leave a playlist down below. I do have a lot of investment reviews where I break down sets and go down all these signs individually and give my investment rating and whether I think it will be a good investment or not. So I'll leave a link down below for the playlist for that. But back to this, so as I said, demand is more important than price per piece. Some signs are more important than others, but I just believe it's just good to have a look and do research on all of the winning signs. So now we know how to find sets that are retiring by the end of the year. So we have a list of sets, and now we know what type of things that we should be researching and looking at. So what do we do next? How do we get started? So the most important thing is, besides then just picking a set at random and posting it into a group, oh, hey guys, is this going to be a good investment? This is when you need to do your own research and decide for yourself. So what I would do is have a look at all the sets that are retiring and pick one that you like. Pick one that looks pretty cool, that interests you. Pick it, and then start to do your research on that individual set. So I'll give you an example. So this one here we touched on before, the Voldemort, Nagini, and Bellatrix Brickhead set. This is set number 40496. I'll scroll down here so you can see that on the screen. There we go. 40496 has 344 pieces, and obviously it is a part of the Brickheads theme, and it is the Harry Potter sub-theme in the Brickheads as well. So I'll just touch on some of the signs I will be looking at. One is on the LEGO store, if it's out of stock. If it's out of stock, that means that the supply is going to be lower compared to sets that obviously are always in stock. Now this set actually has come back in stock as of about a week and a half ago, and it has been out of stock for the last, I'm going to say about 4 or 5 months on the LEGO store, so it's been pretty tricky to get. So it is back in stock. And as you can see, it's also tagged as an exclusive. So what that means is that this set is only available through Lego retailers like Bricks Megastore and Lego itself. So the likes of Walmart, Target, Big W aren't going to be stocking this set. It's only through Lego, and that is what the Brickheads theme is anyway. But some sets may just be an exclusive that isn't Brickheads that you can only get on Lego, which means the supply is going to be lower than sets that obviously are found at more retailers. So that's one thing I would look at. The next thing I would look at is obviously supply and demand. How much of this set is there? Is there actually demand for it? That's when you need to start to go into the wild, as I like to call it. Go into the different retailers at the sets you are targeting and check if they're out of stock on the shelf and out of stock on all the different websites. So this one, as I said, it has been out of stock. It's only just come back in. And I did go down to my local Lego shop recently, and they did have none in stock, which is a good sign from a Lego investing standpoint. Another thing you can do is use a source called Bricklink, and you can you chuck in a set number and it will give you different information like how many sets are for sale, how many have sold, and for roughly how much. And as you can see, it does say here the last 6 months sales, and you can see that it does say total quantity 48. That means that 48 sets have sold in the last 6 months, which for Bricklink, that is a pretty decent number. Some sets may only have like 2 or 3 sold in the last 6 months. Some may have a little bit more, but 48 is definitely a good number to show that yes, there is definitely demand for this set. Further to this, you can actually have a look at how much the set is selling for. As you can see, it's selling for last 6 months of an average of pretty much $40, which as you can see is retail here in Australia. And in August, you can see that it was averaging about, so far, 41 to $42, so a little bit above retail it was averaging here. And further to that, you can obviously go to eBay and to Amazon. I'm here in Australia. We don't... Amazon's kind of only just been introduced in the last year or two, so majority of our secondary sales will be on eBay. So that's where I'm just going to have a look. But you can see that this one sold for 60, this one sold for 60, this one was 41 for 45, this was a double pack for 115, this one was for 60. So you can see that the last couple of months it has been selling for well above retail here in Australia on eBay, which is another good sign. So those are the type of things that you need to be researching. So pick a set, take an hour or two and do extensive research, write it all down, the different stuff, and see if the set is going to be a winner. But that will be the end of part 1 of this video about how to make money with Lego investing. Part 2 will be coming out tomorrow, and I'm back uploading pretty much every day. Stuff is sorted out, so let's get back into it. Daily content, pumping out the information for you guys, and because I want to give you guys the most information possible, my opinions on stuff, and I want you to leave your thoughts down below into whether you enjoy this video and if you're going to like this series. As I said, I'm going to be breaking down many different ways to make money with Lego, because that's why we're here. We're here to make money, have happy lives, and to have fun doing it. But anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Bye.